Hey guys, so M1 Finance, the 3-pie fight. I think it's coming to an end. And I'm gonna and it's really me taking my own advice. You know, I was watching this video with Independent Investor, the top 10 stocks to buy in November. And he was sharing what he was buying. And Hidden Freedom Investing threw in a comment, and he was talking about Tyson Foods and some of his picks that he's looking at, and I said I was eyeing Tyson as well, but that's not what I'm talking about here. It is when Sky Investor 777 said he personally has Cisco SYY in his regular brokerage. I will also add that stock to my IRA soon. And I replied, I would like to add a quality stock like this, but they have had such a run this year. And I was, saying the consumer packaged goods sector has run up so much. And he says he agrees, and it's not like he's buying 50 shares at one time. I'm using M1, and I will dollar cost average slowly. And he asked me about another one, and I said it's hard to argue against dividend aristocrats. But here's my thing about M1. And this is what I told him. This is what I want you to read right here. M1 is perfect for investments that you will never actually sell. The argument I have against it is that if you are just investing small amounts passively in a pie that consists of 50 stocks, you may really be better off with just one ETF, I should have put in there, or just a handful of ETFs, because your investing is going to act the same way. I hope that makes sense. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not sure how effective it is versus just a single ETF or just a handful of ETFs. And what I mean is, like, if you have a basket of 50 stocks, and you're diversified, but if you're only putting $50 a week in, or $25 a week into it, you're putting 50 cents into each stock a week. I mean, you might as well just put it into an ETF or just a couple of them and just let it run. If you had a portfolio of 50 stocks, you're talking, the pie that I have in M1 consists of 23. If you wanted to put $10 into each holding, you're talking $230 a week. That's just $10. And it's like, would you be better off just putting it into a couple ETFs? I think so, especially in M1. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So here we are in M1, and just to give the update, this is week 4 of the 3-pie fight, and we have a $2.31 gain, all dividends. Market gains down 2 cents, earned dividends at $2.33. The simple powerful portfolio up 1.45, small cap up 1.2, high quality DGI 0.14, and high yield income pie 1.33. So we'll run through this really quick. The simple powerful portfolio was the winner, and I believe it was SPHD that paid out a dividend. That's why you got $1.23 in dividends, $5.84 in market gain. And for the month, it's up 2%, with QQQ taking it for 4.46% and SPHD at 1%. Next up, oops, I got that on month. Let's go to the weekly. Small cap up 1.2%, and overall that's been up 3.94%. It's actually beating everybody. High quality DGI for the week. Everybody, Kimberly Clark took a little hit, but everybody else is pretty flat. Boeing's up 2.5%, Apple's up 2.5%. Everybody else pretty flat. And that was another thing about this that I'm a little leery about. This was kind of just for fun, and it really didn't follow any, strong guidelines. Like Apple, right? Apple is already about 11 or 12% of the QQQ ETF. So why do I have it here? Yeah, it's run up. Matter of fact, we go to all, it's probably the highest returner. Yeah, 12% up. But look at this. This is what I'm kind of saying. Okay, I made 12% on Apple, but I got $52 in it, so I made $5. Whoop-de-freaking-do. I mean, yeah, it's 12% return, but honestly, I mean, what if I would have just put it all into Apple? Or put it all into QQQ? You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to follow my own advice here and just get rid of it. I'll call it a day for this. High yield income pie. Actually, during the week, high yield income pie was pretty interesting because this thing turned around quick because high yield income pie was actually beating the DGI pie until Six Flags and Ford reported, and they dropped Ford didn't drop very much, but Six Flags dropped pretty hard. But it was I was rooting for Six Flags to beat because that would have put the high yield income pie in the lead, and it would have won. But it is what it is. But Six Flags down, 17%. Ford down 4.5%. AT&T down 3.5%. Everybody else, IBM's up 2%. People's up 2%. And that was another thing is I'm actually really, ever since pretty much everybody's gone to free trades, right? I really need to focus on my wife's Roth IRA. And so I've been funding that. I could have put $400 last week into M1, but I was looking at my wife's Roth, and it was, we only got, a few more months, and we can't contribute to that anymore. And so I was like, I need to, start hitting that hard. And I got into a little situation with myself, is like, I saw 6 dipping, and I was like, well, I have it in M1. I don't want to buy it in Fidelity. And so I ended up not buying it. I'm like, why am I trying to complicate this so much? I ended up buying 10 shares of BTI in my wife's Roth. And they took a little nice, almost 2% dip on Friday, and I got in at about 34.85 or something like that. So I just started a little position there, but I really need to aggressively hit my wife's Roth and start really getting it. And if, like I'm saying, if I got 23 holdings in here, if I'm not hitting this thing hard, it's really, there's no reason to have these single stocks, in my opinion. Because if you're just throwing $20 at it, you might as well just throw it into the basket of ETFs and call it a day. Right, so let's look at the all performance. We'll look at it one last time, and it was small cap that had a 4% gain, and this is only a month. The simple power portfolio had 2.2% gain. The high quality DGI had 0.11 decrease, and the high yield income down 3.66%. Does it show down 3.66%, $1.98 in dividends? DGI down 49, 36 cents in dividends. Simple Powerful up 9.57, $1.23 in dividends. And the small cap just paid me a 3-cent dividend. So this might be the last one of this. I'll still give them updates, but I think I'm going to get rid of it all. And except for the 3 ETFs, which is the SPHG, the QQQ, and the small cap. And if you look overall, I mean, it's not bad. I'm down $9.68, 0.65%. But I'm going to concentrate. I'm going to take my own advice that I gave Sky Investor 77, and we'll just go from there, and we'll see what I do from here. Anyway, you got any questions, leave them down below, guys. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.